The X says X. The X says X. Every letter makes a sound. The X says X. I love, on your play plan, there is an X marks the spot. So you know how we try to make art out of the letter of the week? Well, this week you can make a map with the letter X marking where the treasure is. Now we did that at the beginning of the year, but now I know you can draw and write more, so maybe you could try another map. And it's nice outside, so maybe you can have your map outside. So we're working on the letter X. So we'll work on X at group time. So I want you to think of words that start with X, which is really hard. Like X-ray is pretty much the only one that I can think of. Xylophone starts with an X, but it sounds like a Z. So sometimes it's easier to find words that end in X, like box. Watch this. B-O-X. Box. Do you hear the sound at the end? We're just practicing the sound the X makes. So it doesn't make a difference where the letter is. If it's in the beginning of the word or the end. Box. Find another word that rhymes with box. Fox. Those two rhyme. Box, fox. Those two rhyme. Box, fox. Those two rhyme. They sound the same at the end. Woo! So X is in a lot of different words, most of them at the end. So we're going to work on that at group time. And then on your play plan, we're learning about different places in the world. For example, we're going to talk about places maybe you visited on a family vacation. Maybe you went to the zoo. I went to the zoo. Maybe you went to the Children's Museum. So I want to hear from you what you did with your family. Or I want to hear from you something about your family. So my first example is I went to Mexico about 3 years ago, which is a long airplane away, and it's beautiful and warm there. And I went and saw the Mayan temples, and the Mayan people lived in Mexico. They were some of the first people to live in Mexico, and this is how they wrote. Look at that, isn't that amazing? They didn't use letters like we do back then. They used pictures. So this is Mayan writing. Those were the people that lived in Mexico a long, long time ago. They were the indigenous people of Mexico. So isn't that neat? I went to Mexico and I got this writing from somebody who knew how to write in the Mayan language. So that's what you can do. Find something from a trip or find something about your family. At group time, I'm going to tell you something about my family heritage, about where I come from. So you can show either a vacation or a trip that you took and you brought something back, and you can show your friends, take a picture, show it on Seesaw, show us at group time, or something about your family. And I'm going to tell you something about my mom at group time. So we're going to practice the letter X. Watch and listen to our friends tell something about a vacation or something about their family or something about where they want to go. Because I'm also going to tell you about what I want to do. I have a vacation that I want to go on, and I have something to show you. So there's a lot of things you can show. Where you went on vacation, where you want to go on vacation, and something about your family. The letter X, and also the number for my pre-K, 20. The number 20 is a 2. So you're going to curve around, slant down, and pull across, number 2, and then a 0. That's number 20. Now, if you're 3 school, you can just work, if you want to work on number 20, you can. Otherwise, you can work on just practicing the number 2 and the number 0 separately. So this is the number 20. Pull around, slant down, pull across, and the 0. Hello. And on the bottom for my pre-K, we have 2 10 frames. So you're going to count to 20. So watch Miss Jenny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 10. That's the number 20 in the 10 frame. So if you want to think ahead, 10 plus 10 equals 20. But that's a lot of adding. That's really hard. So if you just want to fill in the 10 frames, that's what Miss Jenny wants you to do. And here's tally marks. You count 5 at a time. So I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember the 5th one is a slant. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 20 tally marks. And I know Isaiah can count by 5s. So this is, and 10s, but this is where you count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. That's a lot of hard kindergarten, first grade work. But I just like to tell you about it so you know what to think about ahead of time. And some of you like math, so you like to learn those things. So right now we're just working on the number 20, counting to 20, and practice filling in your 10 frames. And my 3 schoolers, maybe practice writing the number 2 and the number 0. So letter of the week, what is it? X, number of the week, 20. Friends, I can't believe we've learned all 20 numbers. I'm so proud of you. Kiss your brains. Good job. And then for group times, we're going to learn about places we want to visit, places we have visited, and things about our families. And I'm going to tell you something about my mom at group time, and I'm going to try to make a recipe also that's a family recipe, and then I'll just show you what it looks like. So if you want to do that too, that's fun because everybody likes to learn about new recipes. All right, my friends, look on your play plan. There's a lot of fun things. Oh, there's also chalk. You can make homemade chalk. There's a balloon game that you can play, and there's counting games. So there's a lot of fun things. Oh, and Marcus M shared another thing with us. He shared us a recipe. So we can practice cooking and measuring and counting by making food. And so we can use Marcus's recipe and learn about his family and his family pancake recipe. It's really yummy and really fun. All right, my friends, that's a lot of fun stuff to do. Ready? Crisscross your hearts. Let's wish each other well. We wish you well. We wish you well. All throughout the day today. We wish you well. Bye, my friends.